Hello guys, welcome back to the new video wherein we are learning the data structures and algorithms in Java. So in today's topic we are learning arrays in Java. So let's get started. So normally arrays is a collection of the similar types of element which has an contiguous memory locations. So what do you mean by contiguous memory locations? So it's nothing but all the elements are located next to each other in the same memory space. That is, the consecutive blocks of the memory are allocated to the user for the processes. So there are many types of memory storage types, such as heap memories are also there. So array uses the contiguous memory location. So next point is array uses the zero based indexing, means at the element that stores at the first in the array is is stored at the zeroth index, and the next element will store at the one, then second, and this series will go on till n. N is the number of elements that you declare that the array will store. Okay. So unlike C++, we can get the length of the array using the length member. So in C++, we use the size of operator, which gives or returns us the length of the array, means the how many number of the integers stored in that array. Like that, in similar way, there is a length member in Java which returns the length of the array which we are using. So typically there are two types of arrays in Java. So first one is user defined and second one is using built-in class. So in this video typically we are going to see the user defined one, and the built-in class we can see in the next upcoming videos, wherein there is not too much work that we are going to do. We just import the class from the Java package, lang package, which is predefined in the Java, and we just make an object of that class, and we can use the predefined methods of that class. Okay, moving ahead, Java provides the feature of anonymous array, which is not available there in C++. So we will see what is anonymous arrays. So Java supports the feature of anonymous arrays. So as you don't need to declare the array while passing an array to the method. So think of a situation where you have created one method, and that method requires an array as a parameter. So where when you are calling that method in the main method, so instead of declaring the new array and passing the value to that array, you can just create a new int and just pass the values that you want to pass to the array. That is known as the anonymous array, which C++ languages like that don't provide these features. Okay, so moving on, next we have the types of array. So there are typical two types of arrays: single dimensional and multi-dimensional. Okay, so let's see each of them one by one. So single dimensional array, the syntax is very similar to other programming languages. So wherein we have first declare data type like integer, and then two square brackets, an array, or we can declare this in three different ways, as you can see here. So first of all, let's write some basic code of that single dimensional array. So I'm here, and let's declare one public class main. Okay, and I will write the main method, that is public static void main string args. Okay, so first of all, let's declare and initialize one array. So for that we can do this int. That means that array is going to hold the integer types of values. Let's name our array as a. Okay, equals to new integer, and this is the 5. So this 5 is nothing but the size of the how many integer types of values that array is going to hold. Okay, so here I written 5, that means the array is going to hold the 5 values in it. Okay, so let me just go and quickly. Okay, array at index 1, it's gonna hold 20 like this. Array at index 2 gonna hold 30. Array at index 3 is going to hold 40. Likewise, array at index 4 is going to hold 40. Sorry, 50. Okay, so here you can see my array length is 5 and I have declared the 5 elements in it. So let me just print it on the console. So for the printing of an print of an array on the console, we just use a for loop, wherein our for loop will start from int I is equal to 0 and it will go until I less than a dot length, and each time I am incrementing the value of the I. So this dot length function, you can see here, I have told you there is one method named as length of the length member, which will return the length of the array. So here we are using that same method. So quickly just I will system dot out dot println a at a. Okay, so quickly just revise it. We have declared one array and initialize, and we are given the all the values that the array gonna store at that index, and then we have used the for loop where we are traversing the array and printing the elements that are stored at the 0 to fourth element, fourth index of that array. Okay, so I'm gonna run this. Let's see. So here you can see 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 is got printed on the console because at first i's value is 0 and array at I is stored 10, so that's got printed here, and each time the for loops runs, the value of the I got incremented. Array at 1, array at 2, array at 3 and array at 4 got printed. So this is the basic program of array. So this so moving next, we have multi-dimensional array. So here you can see the multi-dimensional array, uh, how we can declare that array. Okay, so without wasting the time, let's code it out. Okay, so I'm gonna come here and I will comment it out this code. At next I will again declare one array, but this time I am declaring the multi-dimensional array. That means I have to use two pair of square brackets equals to, let me just pass those value. Okay, so here I have declared one array, which is multi-dimensional array, and I have passed values to it. Okay, so let us check how we can print the multi-dimensional array like we have printed here the single dimensional array. Okay, so for that we require two for loops. First one is run from I is equals to 0 to I less than 3, and each time it will iterate I plus plus. Okay, so inside this we are going to use another for loop which is going to run from I j is equal to 0, j is less than 3, and each time we are incrementing the value of the j. Okay, so in this we are going to print system dot out dot println array at index I and index j plus one space after each number got printed on the console. And after this I will just write system dot out dot println. Okay, so if I run this now, we'll see what happens. So here you can see 1 2 3 2 4 5 4 5 4 4 5 is got printed. So let's check how it got how is it's printing actually. So when we come for the first for loop, the value of the I is 0, and when it's enter for the second for loop, the value of j is 0. And here when we enter, we pass the array as array of 0, 0 0. So what is present at array 0 0? This is the element which is present. So this got printed. And when we go again here in inner for loop, wherein j's value is now 1, okay, and i's value is 0. So again we are passing wherein i's value is 0, and but this time j's value is 1. So what it becomes, array of 0 1. So at position array of 0 1, 2 is present, so 2 is got printed. Similarly, this for loop will run one time again. When j is 3, this for loop gets terminated, inner for loop, and it go outside for loop where I plus plus is done, and i's value is now 1. Again it enters the for loop wherein j's value is 0, and this time we are going to get the values as I array of 1 0, wherein we get these values. Similarly, we are printing all those values. So this is how we can implement the multi-dimensional arrays in Java. So there are many ways, many practical uses of this using arrays in Java. Let's suppose think about a scenario wherein you have 100 students in class, and you have to store all the data of the student. Let's suppose marks. The students got obtained the marks in mathematics. So you can't just declare one variable for each student. So in this scenario, we can use an array wherein we just declare one array of mathematics marks, and we will just pass those values according to the student's roll number, and which got printed and stored. And whenever we want, we can retrieve those information or the values. Let's suppose I want to know the marks obtained by the students whose roll number is 8 in mathematics. So I can pass the array name and pass the parameter as 7, sorry, because the array indexing start from 0, and I will get the marks which is obtained by the student whose roll number is 8. So these are some real life scenarios wherein we are using arrays in Java. So you can go to the websites like Geeks for Geeks, where they have the practice portal wherein you can just sort those you can apply the filter of arrays, and you can set the difficulty level and do the practice for the coding. I will be sharing all the required resources and the references you will require to learn arrays in Java in the description box of the video. So thank you so much guys. I will see you in the next lecture.